Boys and girls, children of all ages, men and women alike. It's best ball summer. It is best ball summer. Oh, I've been itching for this, Ty. I've been itching for this. I have been so ready for hot best ball summer, baby. We are so back.
Doesn't it feel like we were just wrapping up best ball season and now here we are.
Here we are.
Back to the start of it.
We're so back. Underdog, our good friends over at Underdog. They dropped 7 contests. How many was it? We should count them up right now.
Big dog, puppy, schnauzer. Yeah, 6.
6 of them. They said Best Ball Mania wasn't enough. They said the Eliminator wasn't enough. They said the sprint wasn't the marathon, not enough. We ought to drop 6 contests the Monday after the NFL draft because we got to start drafting in April. So Ty and I are going to be here. We're going to crush a draft or two. Oh, Kindles. We've never been so back. Let's go. We're going to crush some best ball drafts tonight. What I love about Best Ball Mania this year, typically in the past, we're like, oh, we're hunting a grand prize, $1.5 million, right? This year, they're making 2 people millionaires. Can we go down? There's the prize breakdown. Look at that. A nice little 2 mil to first place, a nice little million to second place. Oh, $500,000 to third. Oh, look, man. All I'm saying is that a $25 investment in this economy,
with all the tariffs,
no tariffs at Best Ball Mania. No tariffs. No, sir. No tariffs. Look, all right, enough of our jibber jabber here. We're going to go ahead and crush a Best Ball Mania 6. I've been saying 5. Best Ball Mania 6 draft here for you all. We're going to be live every Wednesday. We'll be bringing on guests all throughout the summer as well to do these drafts. And what's fun about these is that there is a gaming element to doing these drafts. It's not like you're any old fantasy football draft. It's about spreading out your exposures. It's about giving yourself as many bullets as possible to win. So drafting the same people, the same players all the time, the same structures every single time, you're limiting your outcomes in which you can win. So what I love about best ball is that guys who I'm like, I may not be as in on this year, I'm forced to take in best ball in order to even out my exposures and give myself a higher chance, a higher probability of winning. So we have to consider every outcome in these drafts. So maybe the best way to demonstrate that all, recognizing a lot of our follower base may not have the highest exposure to best ball content, we're going to go ahead and do one of these Best Ball Mania 6 drafts. So if you want to join in with us here, now is your chance to do so. We're going to go ahead and hop in the lobby here. I'll give us a countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and enter. Confirm. Come on now. You can do it, Underdog. I believe you. I believe in you. There we go. Oh, look at that. Fresh lobby.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. So if you're out there watching right now, this is your chance to hop in. Join draft with us here. You can go ahead and take your swing at what it's like to participate in a best ball draft. How many of these have you done so far, Ty?
Great question. I
entered puppy Best Ball Mania 6, any of the contests. How many of these drafts have you done already?
So I have done 3 puppy drafts.
Okay.
I'm currently in 20 schnauzers because you have the option to do slow drafts. And so
yes.
Because it's $3 per entry into those drafts and you get a max of 20, I just maxed it out immediately and just did all slow drafts. So by the time you ask me next week, I hope to say that I've gotten about 20 drafts in my back pocket. I said this to you. I am personally going to hold off on Best Ball Mania until the schedule
Sure.
is released in about 2 weeks from now, I think it is, because we will dive into that strategy probably when the time gets closer. But there's the whole week 17 strategy that everyone likes to play into. There's the fantasy playoff schedule that you want to play into as well. There's the correlations and all that stuff. So personally, I'm going to wait off on Best Ball Mania, but that should not lead you astray. That should not tell you to not draft Best Ball Mania, because
totally.
there is some prime opportunity to take advantage of some of the current ADPs here.
This is so we've done Best Ball Manias in the past, Rabona, but this is our first BBM 6 draft this year. I've only drafted Schnauzers up to this point. I was saving my first BBM for our live stream. I know the ADP doesn't really differ, but it felt more ceremonial that way if I saved it for our live stream. So no, we've been doing Best Ball Mania since what? When did we jump in? Best Ball Mania 3. That was the first time we first started getting into it. Best Ball Mania 3. So now here we are 4 years later, Best Ball Mania 6. And we're trying to make content alongside it as well. So we have a lot of different content that we go with as well. Rabona, Dynasty, redraft, everything of the sorts. But first Best Ball Mania of the year. Excited to get Best Ball Mania 6 kicked off here. We're just waiting for one more to hop in the lobby. And the ultimate question is, Ty, can we get the Influencer 101? I also recognize I'm on my personal account here, not our other one, but that's okay.
Oh,
that's all right.
No,
that's all right. Then it's really ceremonious. That just means I get all the money.
Right.
You don't get any of it when I win.
Well, who said I wanted any of your money?
Oh, great. I don't want yours either, man. All right, the 109. We'll take the 109 to start here.
You
jinxed it. Let's see. Anybody else hanging out in the lobby that we know? Let's see. Nobody that I'm seeing. Yeah, no, nobody of substance that I outright recognize.
Oh, interesting.
We'll have some fun here, though. We'll have some fun. Have you been having a most popular draft spot so far?
I've been getting a ton in the first 5 picks.
I don't know if I love that or hate that this year. I feel like I don't know if I want to be burdened with choosing between Jamar, Saquon, Bijan, Jefferson, and Gibbs. I would almost rather take the back half where it's Genty and Nico and Puka and all these other guys where I feel like I have a little bit more freedom of choice and I'm content with any of them.
I think
I'm going to have my end of first round exposure is going to be so flat this year. So I don't have a preference out of the ball, like a strong.
Yeah. That's my thing with the front half, is that it's going to be super flat, because I don't think you can go wrong with any of the guys on the top, and it's going to be the guys in the back half where I'm like, I'm on Ross St. Brown with a new coordinator, Brian Thomas Jr. with the Travis Hunter problem, right? Like I'll still have shares of them, but like I'll be able to kind of nitpick more there than I will in the front half.
All right. So as you're looking at the board here, all right. So Ashton Genty did go. I kind of wanted to have some fun and take Ashton Genty. Who's your preference out of all these wide receivers here?
I like Neighbors.
You like Neighbors? We'll go ahead. We'll take some Malik Neighbors to start off here. That's good.
I will say it's, if I am choosing 108, 109, it is between Neighbors and Nico, because Nico getting Nick Haley, I should say, coming over from the Rams. We saw what happens when a Rams offense can infiltrate a place. Atlanta with Drake London.
Yep.
So I wonder if Nico Collins is going to get that treatment a little bit this year. So I will say that, how you were saying the back half is going to be super flat in your exposures. I'm going to have my highest exposures in the back half between Nico and Neighbors.
So you're going to target that specifically until further notice. You know, it'd be really nice. Nope, I can't have nice things. So, it'd be really nice if we could get a cute little Brian Thomas slide to come back. But, and of course, Drake, AJ Brown goes next. That's who I was hoping we would target there.
Interesting.
Derrick Henry, Drake London.
I'll let you choose here.
The running back slide comes quick.
5 seconds.
I'm gonna take Devon Achane there, grab a running back, so I make sure
you did a 20-second shot clock.
Yeah, we did 20. Oh yeah, we're flying. You thought I was joking when I said two drafts?
It now makes sense.
Read the room, man. Long-term storytelling. Come on.
Let Triple H cook.
Call me Triple H. Long-term storytelling. No, so in the other drafts that I've done, when I've drafted in the back half and I've gone on neighbors, Nico, BTJ, and then gone in AJ Brown in the second round, the running backs that always make it back to me, I'm never like convicted I have to take. And so
interesting.
I would rather grab my Devon Achane and draft a crap ton of wide receivers afterwards, and or mix in, like a Travion Henderson, a Quinshon Judkins, some of those guys that are going in like the mid 20s range in terms of running backs. Mix those in with the Devon Achane instead of trying to stack those guys up and figure out which ones are going to be the right dart throws. I'd rather have one guy that I'm just like, Devon Achane's ceiling is the RB1 overall, and we'll just stack other high upside guys around him in that regard. So that's kind of how I want to attack it. I want to try attacking it that way first, because when I've attacked it with 2 wide receivers off the bat, I'm always my running back room always feels more lackluster than I would want it to be.
Completely fair. Totally.
So, and we're early on, right? Like, we're trying to figure out different strategies, how the board falls, which stacks can we actually target, everything of the sort. So what's going to be really fun throughout the episode too is the people are going to, it'll be easier to explain, but they'll start to see on the draft board different stacks and correlations pop up, and they're going to be shaded in different colors, and that's with the super cool tool called Best Ball Overlay that we partnered with. Awesome tool that they're creating over there. So I'll have more on that as it becomes more visible. I'll explain it a little bit more, but just a super useful tool as we're sorting out exposures, sorting out preferences and picks and whatnot.
Shout out Pat.
Here we go on the clock. Yeah, shout out Pat. Okay, so this is a spot where I like either of these LA boys personally.
I lean Devontae. The thing with Kyron last year is that he only had one run over 20 yards, I believe it was last year. Not to say that Kyron Williams won't get touchdowns, because that's what ultimately catapulted him to still finishing as a top 12 running back. But I wonder if the Rams are going to be trying to do a little more with a run game than just Kyron Williams.
And I don't hate that either. The Kyron Williams pick would have been to experiment. What does it look like to go double hero RB and kind of set it and forget it, have like a 5 running back team instead of a 6-7 running back team, depending on how your roster shakes out. So no, I'm good. I'm good going Devontae there. I think he's still got plenty of juice in the tank, and I'm excited to see what Sean McVay does with him this year alongside Puka Nacua. As we're wrapping back, where's your leaning on the quarterbacks? I mean, the top 5 here, top 5 are quarterbacks or running backs. I'm not sold on any of these guys. I'm almost tempted to go and take like a Tet or a Devonta here.
I don't mind either of those. It feels like you can go with whichever one. I'll talk about how I feel about the quarterbacks in this range. They're very good players.
I want to get Tet. I want to jump on Tet early, because I think people are going to. I feel like it's more likely that Devonta's stock remains stagnant and Tet's the one that starts to rise.
Yes.
I don't think Tet drops much lower than like wide receiver 26. I think it's possible Tet gets above the likes of Travis Hunter, Xavier Worthy, when they're like, dude's the alpha. And then the Bryce Young reports start coming out, how good he looks this year in training camp. And Tet's going to skyrocket because people are going to want to try and push him into that Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors echelon. So I'd rather draft Tet early than later.
Well, and they already have. I mean, Tet was closer to the wide receiver 30 on Monday.
Oh, right, exactly. That's a stock that's going to keep rising, and I would rather get in on it early. You got your Wolves back towel up too? I just saw it behind you. I don't know how I didn't notice that. We literally recorded a podcast episode right before this.
Wolves back, baby.
Wolves back.
Wolves back. Tonight.
Big game.
Yeah,
tonight.
We're gonna lose.
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally. You know
what?
Hey, you know what? We said we were at game 4. You, me, Cameron, and producer Jackson, good buddy Jackson. We were all at game 4. And we all said before the game, yes, this is going to be the game that LeBron and Luka just have that absolute killer instinct, isn't it? And they did. I mean, what? Luka put up 38. Bron had 27. Bron had a double-double.
Couldn't make a shot in the 4th, though.
Couldn't make a shot in the 4th. Nobody matters. But no, they're going to be locked in tonight. I'm a realist. I don't think we win tonight. Let's take a gander at the board. Wow, Travion's up to running back 17 already. Oh man. When I drafted earlier this week, he was still down. He was still down at the Quinshon Judkins range, man. He was in that 24 to 21 tier. Oh geez.
Well, and the weird thing is that Ramondre is just slid so far now where I'm to the point where I'm like, I like Travion the player. I like the value of Ramondre more than Travion because I don't think Ramondre is going away.
Nope. Oh, that's okay. I wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
I wanted to have fun and take Travion, but that's okay. I think my preference is Kenneth Walker out of that group. I'm going to be honest. So I like Chuba a lot. I'm excited to see Ken Walker in Clint Kubiak's offense.
So as the Alvin Kamara guy last year.
Yep.
Any hesitancy on Kamara in that range as well?
Nope. None. None.
Interesting.
They're not going to be able to get out of his contract. He's just going to touch the ball a crap ton of times again. And he's going to find a way to just like projectile vomit his way to like a top 10 season again. That's how it's going to work. He's just going to touch the ball a ton because he's one of 2 weapons that they have.
Interesting.
That's my logic.
I know that like 6th round Devin Neal isn't really going to be a thing.
Those are my top 2.
Ooh, you choose on that one. And I want you to explain which way you go.
I've already drafted Jennings. Plenty. That's a drink my medicine exposure pick. More than it is anything else. So
are you in on Debo this year?
I don't know.
It's not San Francisco.
No. And I'm going out of Jennings, Debo, Olave, Judy, Godwin. I'm worried Debo's probably going to be one of my lower exposure guys in that range.
Interesting.
I don't mind it in Washington.
I'm
going to throw my darts. But man, I'm going to have such a hard time not clicking Juwan Jennings more times than not in that range.
Sure. Makes sense.
So anyways, that's kind of where I land there. I prefer Juwan. I'd rather have five fully healthy games of Juwan without Brandon Ayuk and have Brandon Ayuk come back, slowly ramp up his production, have Juwan Jennings still be the main benefactor.
Mm-hmm.
So
that makes sense.
So my leaning is my leaning is still Juwan Jennings over all those guys, but gonna have to drink my medicine as well and flatten out my exposures there. Otherwise, I'm gonna miss out on one of the guys in that range is gonna end up being a really good pick most likely. So
yeah,
I want to make sure I have flat exposure across all those picks.
Fair enough. I like Debo in that range. Just because, again,
yeah, I don't mind it. Just doesn't excite me.
I'm surprised that Juwan Jennings gets you excited, though. Pause.
Well, I mean, based on what he gave us last year.
Quinshon.
If he's still there. Nope. Not there. I definitely don't want to take a running back in this range.
I don't mind Ayuk.
Interesting.
I know he's coming off the injury.
I don't love it, but hey, that gives us 5 wide receivers right away. I'm content. We got to come around here. We should. I'm actually going to process through our next pick here because we actually have to. We're going to hit the quarterback avalanche here really, really quick.
I wonder if we should have gone to Mecca, so then we could have gone Baker.
I know that was my thought too. Hindsight 2020, or even going to Diggs and getting a Drake May.
May later.
Yeah, you can get a Drake May quarterback 15 on the comeback. Oh yeah, look at him all the way down here. Still possible.
Let's do Russ.
Yeah, Russ. Yeah, just the guy I want to be stacking. Like, we don't have like a really strong stacking candidate right now. I'm also okay if we wanted to go TJ Hawkinson.
Bounce back, baby. He's my bounce back guy.
I'm kind of okay if we do a Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have a lot of him in this range, I think. If I'm not drafting one of these quarterbacks, I'm not drafting a Caleb Kyler, a Bo, a Baker. If I'm not drafting one of those guys, I'm probably gonna have a lot of Hawk. The offensive line is built up. Clearly, Kevin O'Connell is putting his faith in JJ McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where I'm at.
Jordan Addison status is always up in the
yeah,
air
we'll see.
at this point.
And we saw what Hawk was able to do in his first full season with the Vikings before his knee injury. I just think
what's a rookie quarterback's best friend?
Yeah, well, first year quarterback technically, not rookie, but I pick up what you're saying. No, he's gonna love the tight end safety blanket and TJ Hawkinson. So it might not be a crap ton of yards, but I think the receptions could be well up there for Hawk. So
yes, sir.
I just have such a tough time. Luther Burden's the other interesting name there for me. He's the other one I'm going to be really tempted to click in that range.
I just have no idea what to make of Luther Burden's role in this Chicago offense with DJ Moore still in the picture.
Yep.
And now Roma Dunze and also Colson Loveland. Like, it's just one of those, like, sure, if he's going to be kind of the schemed up design touch guy, how many of those is he going to get a game?
Right. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Another great tweet from Ron Stewart, though. I gotta find the tweet here. Here we go. Luther Burden, one of 9 wide receivers with a 6.36 plus Lance Zierlein grade, which is eventually to be a plus starter, to get drafted in round 2 since 2017. And 6 of the 8 wide receivers in that group have had a 14 plus fantasy point per game season, making it a 25% hit rate. So color me interested in Luther Burden.
Sure.
Sure.
You
man,
definitely
range. Oh, dude.
I think that's our answer.
We'll backstack somehow.
With a
Michael Wilson.
Yeah.
That's like our only option, but like,
didn't they?
It's okay. So here, so this is what I'm talking about. This is one thing I want to point out with the best ball overlay. So you see how over here now Kyler Murray is highlighted in purple. So what we can do now is we're going to go to wide receivers. It's going to highlight for us. There we go. Michael Wilson highlighted nice and in purple for us, showing that it's going to be a stack there. We have the opportunity to target a stack. And it doesn't only do it with the wide receiver position. Where's our guy, Trey Benson? Look at that. It does it with Trey Benson as well. So highlights the team correlated stacks for you there that you want to target. So again, best ball overlay, super, super great tool. You can scan the QR code on our screen. Use code fellas. You're going to get $10 off your first month there, or $10 off per month for new users, excuse me. So if you're a current user of best ball overlay, sorry, can't use our code and get a future discount. New users only get $10 off. When they use code fellas to sign up for best ball overlay. We'll show you how we continue to implement that as the season goes on. There's eventually going to be a slot over here where you see all the different exposures, etc. So this is a fascinating spot, Ty. Oh man, look at these tight ends.
Galore.
Look at these tight ends.
Do we need to go tight end with Hawk, you think?
We could be done. We could be done with tight end.
Because I don't mind Ramondre here, but you can go tight end.
We can be done with tight end.
Sure. Upside. I would go Loveland.
I was ready to draft Warren. I like the divisional. I like the divisional correlation though. If you get if we don't have the schedule yet, but if Minnesota Chicago play week 17, that's a fine bet to take there. I like that.
Bingo.
That was a good call. I was also thinking in that wouldn't make any sense. I was thinking about Indy and I was thinking week 17 last year. Isn't that weird? I still got Indy and New York in my head as a correlation at the end of last season. I still got that ingrained in my brain. God, I'm a dork.
I think you need to pick up some hobbies.
Yeah, man. I need to start podcasting or something.
Yeah, get your thoughts out on into the world.
Yeah, maybe I should go watch more professional wrestling, WWE. Start eating with Jey Uso. Travel around. I'll be a traveling WWE fanatic. I'm a Paul Heyman guy, personally.
I'm a Braun Breaker guy.
I'm a Braun Breaker guy. Everyone's like, "What the frick are these dudes talking about?
What are you guys talking about?
Why are we talking about wrestling on a Best Ball live stream?" Oh man, it's super fascinating how that board fell. I don't think I've ever seen tight ends so far this year stack up like that though. In the 10th round like that.
Yeah, I think this has been a couple of years in the making where we are now seeing just the push of position players. We're seeing skill players just get pushed up more and more because everyone's trying to load up on their teams. And as a result, every other like top 15 and top 12 tight end just bottom out in this range. Yeah. And at this point now it's time that we start looking for contingencies. We start looking for or clearest paths to production for in our eyes, at least, that we see the wide receiver 3 on a team and say they're going to be on the field a lot. Or you start seeing, actually, I've already got a starting quarterback, but let's say like I've got a CeeDee Lamb and it's time to go look for a Dak Prescott, or I've got Justin Jefferson. It's time to go look for a JJ McCarthy.
Yeah. This is the part of the draft that I'm always curious. As you mentioned, JJ McCarthy. Pretty sure that was a decent little reach down the board to get JJ McCarthy because Drake May.
You've got Jefferson. You've got Jefferson.
I mean, no. It makes sense from a correlation perspective. Any other? Gosh, do we have any other stacks we can target at this point? Not really.
Bryce is down the board a bit, I guess.
Bryce is down the board.
Kyle, no. Kyle Williams, no.
Oh my gosh. Where was that at ADP? 12 full round ahead of ADP. Here you go. Your guy Ramondre slid back.
Beautiful.
We'll go ahead and pick up Ramondre. Nice little value there.
Can I ask this? Asking for a friend.
It's a safe space. Yeah.
Am I the only one that views that backfield as ambiguous right now? That I don't think it's so much Travian is like the clear 1A in the backfield.
Yeah, no, that might be a you thing. And so let me say this. I don't view it as starkly as other people do. I think it's probably closer to a 60-40 Travion. But I think people are drafting as if it's going to be a 70-30.
Okay, sure.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I'm okay. But at that price, I'm okay at attacking ambiguity in that regard.
I mean, yeah, with the slide. I mean, I'm currently tracking, ADP changes.
Yep.
And Ramondre through, I guess since I first started tracking on Monday, Ramondre is just, I would not be surprised that we're going to see like Ramondre Stevenson hit like the 40s.
Yeah.
Because he started off as the running back 30 on Monday. Then he fell to the running back 36. And I think we pretty much took him as like the running back 40 here, running back 41.
Right. Well, I was saying his value is going to keep falling. I think they're going to keep pushing Travion up and keep pushing Ramondre down. So I'm good scooping value there. And I mean, shoot. I know we started off Devon Achane, Kenneth Walker. I love that 1-2 punch, but man, talk about attacking ambiguity here. I'm good doing that with Javonte Williams too. Mm-hmm. I think people are too in on Jaden Blue. I'm just going to say it. I think they're too in on Jaden Blue. I don't think he's the guy we want him to be. 6th round pick to Dallas. Not the guy. Not the guy you think Rico Dowdle was last year.
There's a reason why he was a receiving back.
I don't see how Javonte or Miles Sanders doesn't lead that backfield. I don't see Jaden Blue doing it. Famous last words. So Jaden Blue, top 20 running back in fantasy football this year. You heard it here first.
I just when Jaden Blue just has, I don't want to say nothing to his game, but it's like it was Dallas's plan all along to target him for the 6th round to be like their lead guy. It's like, really, like at least like we saw like Chase Brown go in the 5th round with Cincinnati and kind of emerge as the guy last year, but it was because Chase Brown had some traits like in some like call out to his game. Jaden Blue, his call out is, if he gets in space, he's one of the best running backs. And it's like,
if he gets in space, right.
It's like every running back you could say that for, right? So it's like, let's pump the brakes a bit on Jaden Blue. Nice guy though. I bet he's a nice guy.
I'm sure he's a great human being. I bet he's a humanitarian. I bet he is. Never met the guy before in my life. I just want to assume the best in people, man.
Jaden, if you're watching,
raving at, oh my gosh, dude, no way. God, that's my favorite value right now. Do we take Matt Stafford, Bryce Young, with Devontae?
Whichever stack you want to go with.
I want to go Stafford. I like the upside of Devontae, the better offense, 100%. Yeah. How do you feel about? Do we want to attack wide receiver again? We've laid off since Ayuk.
Are we looking at?
We're looking at Thielen, Palmer.
I don't mind Palmer, just offense, but there's a rookie down there, Jalen Coker. The Cokeheads are back.
Cokeheads, never been more back. It's Alec Pierce, Wandale.
We should probably take a receiver, probably Josh Palmer.
Okay, you want Palmer over Tillman?
I don't mind Tillman either.
Can I talk you into Tillman?
Sure, go for it.
But before he was injured last year.
Well, you're wrong.
Okay, we'll go ahead. We'll take Josh Palmer.
No, we're going to Cedric Tillman. I like Tillman a little more. Don't do that. No.
He's off the board.
No, we're not. No, he's not. We're going Cedric Tillman. I was going for the bit, and the bit didn't land.
Yeah, because I'm freaking right and you're freaking wrong.
It's because I'm a jerk. One of the two.
See, just notice the projection on that.
The projection?
See, his projected point total.
He is currently the number 2, I guess, in this offense. Number 3 behind Njoku and behind Judy.
I was looking at projected points. Between him and Josh Palmer. It's not worth it now, but
Palmer was at like 100.
Oh, okay. So he was only 3 points behind Palmer. Okay. I was going slightly crazy then. That's fine. That's completely fine. Man, we are flying through this draft tie. Somebody at the top here. Eagles fan for life, 23. Neighbors or BTJ? Do you have a preference this year?
Neighbors, personally. Only problem though is that I feel like Neighbors is going to get the sophomore bump compared to a lot of, I shouldn't say compared to, but in that range of receivers, right? Like Neighbors ADP is 9.8, so 9 or 10. Nico's 9.9, 9 or 10. Amon Ra is 10.5, and then BTJ is 12. I think I don't want to say we're drafting BTJ at a ceiling now that Travis Hunter is in town, but I don't see top 5 upside with BTJ in this Jacksonville offense with Travis Hunter. I do see it with Malik Neighbors.
My preference is Neighbors here still. And look, I think Travis Hunter is a legitimate threat. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that BTJ isn't going to be top 10 because of Travis Hunter. But when I'm looking at opportunity in terms of a half PPR format, in terms of a pure volume perspective, I think they're going to make sure when Travis Hunter's on the field, the football's going in his direction. I just prefer Neighbors from a volume standpoint, but I'm going to be really curious to see when I do my projections for all these teams, which to start getting into next week. I'm going to start statting out these teams once I get all the final depth charts updated. I'm going to be really curious to see where both of these guys end up, how far apart they are from each other. So we're about to
got Travis Hunter down for 180 targets already. So.
Yeah, right. Do we want to go?
We don't have any Colts.
No, we don't. Other team stack we could go is Blake Corum. Want to have fun? Want to go another wide receiver?
He's got a path to at least be one of the top guys in Tennessee.
I mean, it was him or Jalen Royals there.
And I think Jalen Royals is stuck in as a emergency guy.
Right. A.O. Manor has the clearer path there as the number 2 alongside. I know they brought in Lockett, but we're talking about old as dust Tyler Lockett and Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Lockett's going to be the guy in the slot, and it's
right. He's playing Tyler Boyd, right?
Outside.
Correct. Right. All right. So we know the comeback's coming up here pretty quickly. We could go a little. If we want a third quarterback, we could go Darnold. If we wanted a little Seattle action,
a little Ken Walker action,
we could do that. Or if we want, actually, would this be smart?
Probably
with
just because
we need
size is not the.
Unless if you really want to wait for Ollie Gordon, assume he makes the team.
If Jalen Wright wasn't here and we were going to go running back, I personally would go Brashard Smith.
Okay. Let's go Jalen Wright. Better draft capital. And I just think Ollie Gordon doesn't fit this scheme.
Not at all.
Not at all.
And everyone's like, he's big, so he's going to get goal line touches. That's not how it works, people. That's not how it works. Just because you're on a team doesn't mean that's one conclusion to come to.
I don't know if it's the correct conclusion.
Right. I was going to say, is it really?
I don't know if it's the correct one. It's a conclusion.
Can you think of a more polar opposite player for this Miami offense than Ollie Gordon?
Speed. And you got Ollie Gordon at what? 4.6 4.71. Is that what his 40 was?
I believe it was.
Some ridiculously. So no, that was Harold
4.61.
4.61. Harold Fannon's was like 4.72. 4.61 for Ollie Gordon. Yeah, not encouraging to see.
I'm now curious. Where was that in terms of percentile?
Oh gosh, that was it's definitely bottom 4th percentile, I'm pretty sure.
31st.
Okay. So a little bit higher.
That's below average.
Yeah, it's the bottom 30th percentile. Yeah. Well, God. Lucas, 30th percentile. Of course it's bottom 30. Idiot. God, who gave this guy a microphone?
98th percentile wingspan.
Anybody could
get you somewhere,
podcasting.
You know where, though?
97th,
you know where?
97th percentile wingspan?
80 inches.
It's going to get you to an offense that can actually utilize that.
It's going to get you to play defensive line.
the first ever running back converted edge rusher.
Who was
They're having playing with his hand in the dirt on the edge.
Who was the Tampa Bay safety?
Ollie, go left end, go.
You can chase those guys down. Who was the Tampa Bay safety that started out as a safety and then converted to linebacker? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Oh,
Barron. Is that his name? Mike Barron?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
No, that's not his name. Gosh, who is it? Chad, help me out.
We got let's see here. Blake Corum, Brashard Smith.
Corum probably makes the most sense for stack wise, I would think. Oh. Okay.
I've taken so much of the Rams, man. They're one of the easier teams to stack up.
Mark Barron. That was his name. Mark Barron.
Well done, good sir.
Thank you. Well Ball knower.
Ball knower. T. Plath.
Wait, did I say Mike Barron? Whatever. Close enough.
Michael Wilson.
I said Mike Barron. Whoops.
We're going unstacked Kyler. Naked Kyler. Feels good. Feels real good to have naked Kyler.
So are you going to go get your Terrence Ferguson here?
Hey, you know what? Don't tempt me with a good time. We might need another wide receiver here, though.
Nah, that's scroll the F down territory. We can look at Nick Westbrook-Ikine. I mean,
hold on. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I'm like, Tyler Higbee is going ahead of Terrence Ferguson.
hello.
What are we doing?
I mean, like, I don't mind a scroll the F down for a Jalen Naylor, for a Brandon Cooks, for, I mean, Tim Patrick, just because the dude was somehow going to be the wide receiver 3. Who? What?
Tutu. I was looking for Tutu. He literally just went.
Why? Brother.
I wanted Tutu there. I was gonna get cute and go the wide receiver.
Wait, you took Will Shipley then?
I auto picked. I didn't have anybody in the queue. Should have thrown Terrence Ferguson in the queue. Sucks. Rookie mistake. Gosh, why are you watching us? Golly. Any good streamer will know you got to have players in the queue. You don't just leave this chance. Get Will Shipley out here.
I mean, it's not the worst. We're stealing a handcuff from somebody. So
no.
Wait, is this the end?
This is the end. 18 round. Yeah, man.
Why did I think it was
20? What?
Why did I think it was 20?
Because Big Board was 20.
Ah.
Big Board was 20. BBM is 18.
Peanut Butter Kid. Ah.
Oh, man. All right. We're going to run another one of these because there ain't no way we're only running one of these. We ran this in like
with people watching us.
We ran this in like 35 minutes. We are cranking out 2 of these. People are flying through these. People know we got places to be, things to do, more best ball drafts to enter. We are efficient right now. We are peak society in our efficiency with these best ball drafts right now. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look.
Dive right back in.
We'll go ahead. Best Ball Mania. Bam. We'll go ahead. We'll view the full draft here so y'all can see the draft board too. We're hanging out at 1-9 here. Started Malik Neighbors, Devon Achane, Devontae Adams, Tet McMillan, Kenneth Walker. I really like that starting 5 there, mostly because I like the wide receiver 1 overall upside with Malik. I think Devontae in the 3rd is going to be a steal. I mean, going after the likes of DJ Moore, Terry, who just got stiffer competition with Debo. Marv, we have yet to see it. I mean, I think Devontae's got plenty of juice. I really like him at that spot in the 3rd. We'll take some upside with Tet McMillan and then Ken Walker there. That's like a picturesque 5 for me to start off a draft with. I think you get a healthy mix of everything there.
Yeah, agreed.
Chris Olave, Brandon Ayuk, 2 guys who I'm like less iffy on, but got to eat my shares. Hawkinson is another guy we talked about. Could have a lot of him. Kyler Murray went unstacked. Kyler, never recommend that, but that was an Uber value pick.
Mm-hmm.
That was an Uber value pick.
We like value.
Yeah, we'll just take value when we can get it. So then shut it down at tight end with Colson Lovin. We'll pray they don't have the same bye week. Again, Ramondre of value, Javonte. We're just trying to plug up as many running back 1s and offenses that we can. Got the Matthew Stafford stack. Through darts, Cedric Tillman, Elick Ayominter. Jalen Wright is the handcuff. Brashard Smith, upside pick for the Kansas City Chiefs. Late draft pick, but no guarantee Pacheco is.
Or Kareem Hunt.
There's opportunity for Brashard Smith. Correct. And then we won't talk about the last pick because we got autoed Will Shipley. We'll enter another one here. Another round. One more time. Wonderful. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump in another one. If you want to go ahead, hop in with us. I see a handful of you watching over on Twitter as well. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for chiming in. We're gonna go ahead and hop in another BBM 6 here, second BBM for me and you, yeah, because you said you were holding out till the schedule release. So now the BBM here, we'll go ahead and we'll get entered. Oh, look at that. We only got one more person. Oh man, if you want it, but come get it.
I just made my 4th pick in one of my Schnauzer drafts. Here's the start that I have. I just want to say it just to get your reaction. First round went Jahmyr Gibbs. Second round I went Drake London. Third round went Chase Brown. Fourth round went Omarion Hampton.
Oh, wait, say the first two again. Sorry.
Jahmyr Gibbs, Drake London.
So you get three running backs to start.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating.
Just trying something different.
Yeah, mix it up a little bit. Have a little fun. Win a little fantasy.
Oh, well, there's a sliding DJ Moore.
We got stuck with the 10th pick here.
Nico Collins time, baby.
Yeah, we'll flatten out that exposure a little bit. We'll flatten out that exposure. Who else drafted in this lobby with us? I don't know if I see anybody that I outright drafted with. I was drafting with the short king himself, Davis Maddock, quite a bit last summer when Underdog, when the cardio club came out. I was doing cardio drafts every morning. I think I got in with Davis Maddock. Felt like every morning. Like, dog, why? So we'll have a little bit of fun here. Unfortunately, the same spot. So we'll be probably sifting through a lot of the same players, but we'll give you all another draft here because we love the people. What are you gawking at?
You want another draft update that you're going to like
Justin
a lot
Jefferson
better?
101 here. Interesting.
Flattening out the exposures.
Yeah, right.
Another Schnauzer. First overall pick. First overall pick. I went Saquon just to mix it up because I had gone Jamar quite a bit. Came back and got Tyreek and took JSN at the turn. Then on the 4-5 turn, your boy got the gift of Devonta Smith, Jalen Hurts.
Oh, that's a banger. Wow, talk about Devonta. the Uber Eagle stack there.
Oh,
Uber Eagle stack.
Sorry, y'all might as well not participate in this now. Your boy's taking that home.
Oh man, what if Malik Neighbors goes or Nico Collins goes?
Neighbors, I guess.
No, we just drafted
ETJ.
I haven't drafted Amon-Ra yet.
I love how you say I haven't drafted Amon-Ra St. Brown yet. And what was that? 2 drafts? No, don't let me bully you into this kind of stuff. This is unwise. Do not give in to peer pressure, people. Peer pressure is a heck of a drug, and I do not recommend it.
So the one thing I will say about Brian Thomas, I wonder if his ADP is going to respond to Travis Hunter's at all. If Travis Hunter keeps rising,
it to. I'll be honest.
I wouldn't either. But it's one of those where like I'm almost wondering if I hold off on drafting BTJ until seeing how the market actually fully reacts to those two.
Mm-hmm. Neighbors almost made it all the way back to us.
That's insane.
No, not Brock Bowers. You will never see me take
which one?
AJ Brown. Let's do AJ Brown. You wanted AJ Brown the last time. Let's do it this time.
Started my other draft with this exact pairing.
Why didn't you say that?
Oh, because we can mix it up later.
No one likes a silent drafter.
You what?
I said no one likes a silent drafter.
Nobody likes a silent drafter. No, we'll mix it up later.
Here's all I'll say. You will never see me take Brock Bowers at the beginning of the second round.
I'm going to need to, though. I'm going to need to make sure I get my sprinkle.
Well, duh. Everyone
maybe not on stream.
Right.
But
on our schnauzers, we will see some Brock Bowers there.
I'll get a few in the BBM, but out of the 150.
The dude did not. It wasn't.
It wasn't difference making enough for you.
Correct. Thank you. Yes. I would much rather take Trey McBride than Brock Bowers at their current ADPs.
Oh,
and that's saying something.
Totally. I would much rather take Trey McBride too. Yeah, absolutely.
I would rather take George Kittle. Because even though we are in store for disappointment with George Kittle, I'd rather take George Kittle.
Maybe.
You would rather take David Njoku.
Heck yeah, brother. you know I would. Harold fan and who?
To the moon.
Harold fan and who? the fact that he's going ahead of the likes of Mason Taylor and Terrence Ferguson, that's kind of silly to me. I don't get that.
You're gonna. I here's what I will say. RJ Harvey has been arguably the biggest riser through 2 days.
Yeah.
You gonna try to get ahead of it? Do you think he continues to rise?
No, I'll let the market crash on that one.
Interesting.
Because eventually people are going to say this is crazy. This is crazy. The time to draft RJ Harvey was when he opened at RB 47?
70.
70th overall.
He was no, he started at running back 47.
Yeah. That was the time to draft him.
Yep.
I'm gonna wait for the market to crash on that one because I think he comes closer to 25 to 30. Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't expect a little Josh Allen here.
You always get the elite quarterback to fall.
Here.
Yeah, the elite quarterback will fall at some point, or they will fall. And sometimes you got to luck into it.
Yeah. And I like Josh Allen. I'm still working on this theory. I know there's other value picks to be had, and you can build out teams with quarterback value. I get it, but like when I'm looking at, oh gosh, it's gonna be a James Cook pick. It's okay, good. There you go, James Cook here. I just want to stock up that offense.
You want Devontae and just go heavy receiver. Go James. Well, yeah.
Because what happens when we don't get Khalil Shakir or Keon Coleman?
Then we get Josh Palmer.
Sure, you can backdoor stack that if you want. But it's not as bad as I made it out to be. But and I'm not and that's not even trying to like prioritize the stack right away. That's more of a look. I've got two guys who can do it all for me right now.
Oh, what are we doing?
What?
Curtis Samuel.
Rest in peace, Curtis Samuel.
Elijah Moore.
Is he a Bill now?
Yeah, he signed with them today.
No, today. That's why I didn't know about it.
Caden Prather, straight out of the 7th round. Straight out of Maryland.
Oh, goodbye, Coop the dog. Who's going to be the starter in Cleveland?
Running back, I'm assuming, or quarterback.
That's how I assumed it.
I think it's going to be Flacco.
That's my leaning too. My leaning's Flacco.
He's just the quarterback that Stefanski's going to trust the most.
Yeah. I think he's the one you roll out.
At least at the beginning
season, at least. Yeah. And it might be a change to like Kenny Pickett or Shedeur. Or not to discredit Dylan Gabriel in any fashion. I just don't think it's going to be Dylan Gabriel at any point.
Who knows?
If you had to rank them right now, what's the order? What's the pecking order for the Cleveland Browns quarterback room?
Probably I shouldn't say as it stands right now. I would go Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, Shedeur.
I think I'm flipping Gabriel and Shedeur. I only think Shedeur was a 5th round pick because of Dion. Not solely. I don't want to do the Shedeur debate on here. Because that's just ridiculously stupid.
Well, I thought he was undraftable, actually.
Wow. I just I think management finally stepped in and said, look, we got ambiguity in the quarterback room. Shedeur was better on our board than Gabriel.
Can I just say, it's not going to shock me at all if Shedeur actually wins the job.
No, it won't. No, it won't for me either. It won't for me either. See, it's Ty. This is why we went James Cook. Look at this. Look at the plentiful amount of wide receivers here.
So we're going Jared Judy.
Want to reach? Oh, speaking of reaching, those are my top 2 in this range.
I don't know how I feel about Waddle.
Okay, we'll go Rome.
Falling Rome, is he not?
Let's check.
Was he a falling Rome?
I don't think so. Not by much. Oh, hi. Yeah.
Hello.
Half round. Scoop up value.
RJ Harvey here.
Scoop up. You want me to reach down for RJ Harvey?
Hey, man. His ex Alvin Kamara.
He is RB24, man. I'm gonna wait for that to come back down to 30. I think. Oh, jeez. But you got Caleb Johnson, Aaron. No, that's not coming down, is it?
May I force you into RJ Harvey? You owe me a favor.
That's not how this works, Seth Rollins. That's not how this works. Fine.
Yeah.
God, you're the worst. I would prefer Kamara.
Hey,
I would
look,
rather
I let
take
you
the guy
take
who we
Brian
know is
Thomas. I
Alvin
let you
Kamara,
take
not the guy who's a pretend Alvin Kamara.
what? Whoa. Hey. Whoa. RJ Harvey deserves some respect. And I say that as the not so
I drafted
RJ
you,
Harvey
RJ
stan.
Harvey. You owe me a favor. Now you owe me a favor.
What's the favor? Canes for backlash? Is that what it is?
Coop's in a dynasty league. Let me put up the draft board here. I'll get back to this question here. You can graze it over before I read it for the people. So Coop's in a dynasty league, traded Gabe Davis and Keenan Allen, got a 2025 third round pick.
Yeah.
You mind that?
Yep. Yeah.
Just take whatever draft capital I can get for those guys, honestly.
Come back and let us know who you actually take with that third round pick.
Terrence Ferguson? Kyle Williams? No, it won't be. Depends how early in the third if Kyle Williams slides.
I'm trying to.
There's a lot of good value to be had in third round dynasty drafts this year, though.
I feel like we say that every year, though.
I feel like this year that's like relatively true, though. Because I'm not so, but like none of those. I'm not going to sit here and tell you those guys are like day one contributors.
If you get like
I'm just telling you, like if things fall right, like it's really good value.
Hey, Pat Bryant, a little Pat Bryant action.
Don't hate a little Pat Bryant action. Don't hate that.
Where's his ADP at?
His is lower. You can go ahead and check it on ECR.
Wide receiver 89.
Oh, an Underdog you were looking.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. 89. I don't mind that.
Bo Nix is our quarterback.
Man, I can't. God, don't look at that stupid RJ Harvey pick and how it was a reach by 7 picks. I hate that I'm going to have to click and look at that every time. You're the problem. This is why his ADP is rising. Oh, RJ Harvey. RJ Harvey.
The best part about it is that this isn't even the fellas account.
This is on mine.
So you're to blame.
We'll go George Pickens there.
Huh?
What are the odds he actually gets traded?
100.
You think so?
No. I think it's probably closer to 10% because I think a trade would have been more likely during the draft than after the draft.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So you're going to go Emeka here? Josh Downs, nice little player.
We could go Josh Downs.
Late round Anthony Richardson stack.
Yeah, I don't mind that. The other name I was...
Bo Nix is right there.
We are not stacking Bo Nix and RJ Harvey.
What?
Golly. I have to look at these two being my top two. Golly.
Then take Tony Pollard.
Yeah, I think I would rather do that, actually. I would rather do that. So I don't mind those four at my wide receiver position. We'll figure out tight end later.
I feel like it's a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. That's what you're making it out to be.
That's a freaking... The rest of the running back room is a Band-Aid on a bullet hole after that RJ Harvey pick.
Amen.
My count.
Don't knock him until you try it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and I'm knocking it because I tried it.
The team is really solid. This is a really solid team so far.
Yeah, solid, except for when you look at RJ Harvey. You're like, 7 picks? You reached a half a round? So, yeah, Tyler made me.
That's a reach on Brock Purdy. That's a reach on Brock Purdy. Where's the uproar from that one?
You got Brandon on you.
That's a reach on Swift. Where's the uproar on that?
You got to stack. Stop it. This isn't the same. Stop this. No, stop. You're not invited to my birthday party anymore.
Oh no.
Look, I know my birthday. I know my birthday isn't for another like 3-4 months, 5 months. If I could do math. What is it? May, 4 months? 3 months. Math is so freaking hard, man. 3.5 months to my birthday. I'm already telling you, you're not getting an invite.
Bonita.
You and Cameron both aren't getting an invite to my birthday party.
What did Cam do?
Man, he said he wasn't going to cut out that part of the podcast that you told him to cut out. So I told him he wasn't invited to my birthday party.
Oh, okay, because he's trying to assert dominance over me and not.
Yeah,
that's
so
just me.
So I played my trump card and I said, no, neither of you are invited to my birthday party.
You were coming into my aid. You were coming to my aid, and he said, and then I forced you to take RJ Harvey, and now you regret everything.
I literally regret everything.
Jordan Mason or Christian Kirk.
I don't hate a little Jordan Mason. Don't hate a little Tyler Warren. Actually, that's a lie. I do hate a little Tyler Warren.
Whoa.
I like the Jordan Mason pick. I'm going with that.
Yeah.
The reason why I hate the Tyler Warren pick is that when there's only 4 picks in between us, we're going to get our choice of Jonnu, Mark Andrews, Tyler Warren, Evan Ingram.
What does that have to do with RJ Harvey? Did I just make that up in my head?
Oh, no, it has nothing to do with RJ Harvey. No, nothing. You're not getting invited back on one of these. Good thing I got guests coming the next 2 weeks, man.
Stop it.
Golly, good thing I got guests coming. This might be interesting.
Did I see that Jordan Mason, I believe.
Oh, John, who just went. Pick one. I am letting you pick this time.
I like Evan Ingram.
Yeah. Goodbye.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Jordan Mason is a top 20 running back in total guaranteed money. Did you know that?
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating.
He is just ahead of guys like Breece Hall, Jonathan Brooks, Kenneth Walker, who are all on their rookie contracts.
Sure. Yep.
Aaron Jones is number 10 in total guarantee money for running backs, behind Ramondre, Chuba, and DeAndre Swift.
Really? Huh. Interesting.
Josh Jacobs has less guarantees than Aaron Jones. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's interesting. That's extremely interesting. Coop in a dynasty traded Judy in an early 4th for 2025. You got Jalen Waddle and Rashad White in a dynasty league.
W.
You like that?
I do.
I don't mind turning. I mean, Judy in a 4th for Waddle and Rashad White. That
I know you're not the biggest Rashad White fan, but
it's not that I'm not a fan. I just think Bucky's probably going to phase him out a little bit more this year.
Do you really think that like Bucky Irving is going to have like top 10 running back workload for fantasy? Like that phase him out?
No, not that high. I don't think that high.
So would you say that Rashad White right now in best ball is a value? Asking for a friend?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm willing to throw a dart. What is he, running back 47?
Okay.
Running back 47? Is that where he's 51?
Going?
Yeah, no, I'll throw a dart on that. Absolutely.
Good, okay.
Bucky ain't bulletproof.
Some of us we went a little much on the Rashad White shares for the big board before the draft.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Bucky ain't bulletproof. So, I mean, Rashad White has to have value at that point.
Oh, look at Keon. Look at our guy. Or are you going to go Kyle Williams here and just try to push for a Keon push?
Huh.
Guess we're going Kyle Williams. I feel like you would be okay with that.
Now are you happy we took James Cook?
Well, you made me sound ungrateful. I'm very grateful for this opportunity.
Watch this. Watch this Drake May push. Watch this Drake May push.
Keep speaking it into existence.
Watch it. Watch this Drake May push. We weren't going to get Kyle Williams. We'll get Drake May.
Who are our other receivers again? Pickens and BTJ.
AJ Brown.
I wouldn't mind a little Trevor Lawrence action if we can't get a Drake May.
I don't hate that either. I want a lot of Drake May shares this year.
Do you think he takes that much of a step forward?
I guess at quarterback 15. It's the quarterback 15.
I think people are going to overlook the fact that like the offensive line still stinks, and it's like, well, the offensive line went from bad to average, and that's more than enough.
That's more than doing literally nothing about it. So Unless if we get good, we don't get a conduit. That's a
Oh.
Drake May push. That's smart drafting right there, kids. That's smart drafting. That's a potential week 17 stack too. Buffalo, New England.
New England and Buffalo. Oh, hey.
I am in my bag.
Don't
Good push.
test me.
Good push. Great push. It was only 4 picks, but it was smart. That's smart drafting right there.
I'm happy that you can
Appreciate
feel
y'all
better
staying
about
by.
this draft.
What was that?
I'm just glad you can feel better about this draft.
After this freaking bullet hole in RJ Harvey.
Bullet
7
hole.
picks, man. Freaking
Come on,
7
man.
picks.
Come on, man.
Never will I reach on RJ Harvey ever again after this.
We should take Ray Davis with the next pick.
Yes, I agree. If he makes it back to us, I agree. We gotta start looking at Josh Palmer too.
Meh.
Don't Kincaid off the board. Yeah, he is. Okay. That was the other name I was looking at too, but
how early? Geez, he's going way earlier than I thought he would.
Yeah,
go.
I know. Me too. Vikings draft. What do we think? Hometown. We're Vikings fans, by the way. We're Minnesotans. So.
Oh, sorry, wrong way. You can see there. Vikings helmet.
The Vikings helmet in the back. I struggle with the Vikings.
It's a C.
Okay.
Actually,
I was gonna give it.
C plus.
Yeah, I was gonna lean C plus B minus.
Oh. Okay. You and I are on very different ends of grades on that one.
I said C plus B minus.
Yeah, and I said like D plus C minus.
Oh, I heard C.
You thought you heard? Yeah, nope.
I would go C plus, mostly because I do like the Donovan Jackson pick makes sense.
Sure,
it makes
Josh
sense.
Palmer.
Yeah, that's what we're going to reach for.
Or do we want Trevor Lawrence with the push on Trevor Lawrence?
No, I'm not doing that with Josh Allen. I'm not 3 quarterbacking this with Josh Allen.
Okay. I would. Don't. This is your team.
I want to see something.
You're going to get the Palmer push, you think? Oh, good drafting.
Who else is going to draft? Not going to say it. Not going to say it.
Hey, we have a fallback on Brenton Strange now, though.
We do. Precisely. Open up another option at tight end. We need another one. Or 2.
Terrence Ferguson, baby.
we ain't got that stack.
Oh,
no way. No way, dog.
Why?
No
Pull that
way.
person, get that person on stream right now and just grill
way.
him. Why are you taking Josh Palmer?
I knew it. God, that was such a stupid choice. I literally said we didn't need to.
Also,
literally said we didn't need to. What was that?
A sneaky winner from the draft, Brenton Strange. I know that
totally.
Travis Hunter is there, but like no additional tight end.
Yep, totally.
Real quick, back to the Vikings draft. Can I just explain a D plus real quick?
Yeah, no. You can. Okay, can I finish my Donovan Jackson thought and then?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So I started in on that, and then we got sniped on Josh Palmer. Gosh, just set the screen, Lucas. I like Donovan Jackson. He completes the offensive line, like literally completes it. There's not a hole on the offensive line now. You can argue depth, right? You can get a little bit stronger, whatever. It's the offensive line. If you can have complete offensive line from left tackle to right tackle, you're doing great. So I really don't mind the Donovan Jackson pick. The thing I don't like is that we saw, I mean, the Texans wouldn't have traded back if Donovan Jackson was there. Let's make that very clear. They wouldn't have traded back. So that offer was there for the Minnesota Vikings.
You would assume.
You would assume that offer was there for the Minnesota Vikings. Otherwise, the Texans wouldn't have traded back because they would have said, all right, Vikings trade back. Giants get their quarterback. We'll take Donovan Jackson. Goodbye us. So I don't mind Donovan Jackson. I think it's a good pick. The problem I have is then you take Ty Felton with your 3rd round pick. And I don't know if the combination of Donovan Jackson and Ty Felton is worth trading back, acquiring more ammunition in the draft, or taking Atlanta's deal and getting a first round pick next year. I don't know if that's worth it. And that's the question I don't have a good answer to. That's why I'm like C+. Because I don't think I want to go B-. That feels too nice. But I think D+ is overcritical of the start of the draft. We need a wide receiver here.
I don't mind Wicks, just as a flyer on Wicks.
Not my draft. I'm a cokehead.
Completely missed it. I totally missed him. I was like, I think Wicks and oh, right. Yes.
I'm a cokehead.
Yes.
Even though Ted McMillan's there.
Loud and proud.
Loud and proud. Let's see here. How do we want to wrap this out? 3 more rounds. We're set at quarterback. We need another running back.
Plenty of good running backs here, you know? Plenty of good ones.
Yeah, I like throwing darts at running backs here with 2 of the last 3 picks, I think. I think I'm leaning two running backs and a wide receiver for our last stretch here. Glad we're not alone on this one, by the way. You got a leaning on running back?
Running back?
Gosh, I wish Blake Corum was here.
Just went before us.
Do you go Pop?
Starts your team. Take that as you will.
Yeah, I did not miss my pick. I put Pop in the face. I'll go ahead. I'll take Pop there. I'll double stack that. Team might be a little bit too correlated in the wide receiver room for my.
Meh.
Pushing him around that corner to stack and he goes naked. Yep. I don't understand that. Yep. I don't understand that either with Josh Palmer. It's brutal. Go ahead. You can give me your Vikings thoughts now.
So obviously the trades are a big part of it.
Yeah.
I get going Jackson because he was like the last before a big tier drop of interior linemen. The Ty Felton pick is very concerning to me because you did not need to go receiver. And I understand that maybe Jalen Naylor is not going to be back with the team after this year. You literally signed Rondale Moore. And maybe you just signed Rondale Moore to be a special teamer, but it's like you didn't need to go 3rd round. You could have found somebody in free agency, or just wait until the draft next year. Tyrion Ingram Dawkins, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
The defensive lineman. Good rotation guy.
Yeah, good rotation guy.
So I didn't mind that. The Kobe King pick was an interesting one. I was like, okay, yeah, you need a linebacker depth. The dude can't cover for crap.
No.
So it's like, okay. And then the Bartholomew pick for another tight end. It's like, I know you're looking for your Johnny Munt replacement and whatever your fascination is with the best tight end 3 in the league.
Yeah.
But it's like, and then you look at the undrafted free agent class that they have, they went out and signed 2 other tight ends. It's like, I don't know. I think this defense needed some help in the secondary. I will rant about this like as a transition. Too many people are saying, oh, it's because our team actually trusts the guys that we already have in the room. Get talent. Add talent. Like it's as simple as that.
I agree.
And if you don't add talent, that's where you like there's a joke that we have said in this group in our friend group, and you've probably heard this joke before too. It's hydrate or dihydrate. It's literally like NFL drafting. Yeah. Add talent or you lose your job.
Yeah.
And I think Kwesi for the past 4 years has just absolutely whiffed on drafts. I will say, sure, it makes up for it if he hits the JJ McCarthy pick, but being the football analyst, I'm going to have a hard time overlooking all the flipping misses that he has in drafts. And he hit 1 pick. Sure, it is the most important position, but I just don't get it.
Trading back with the Giants. seeing where Nicky Manwari went,
Right.
getting a third next year with Eamon
Or
Murray.
like,
that's worth it to me.
Again, just secondary guys that went in the second round, day 2. Eamon Warry, you have Benjamin Morrison. Even if you were wanting to go defensive line, like you took a run stopper, Alfred Collins was a great pick in the second round. I like your options opened up so much more if you just moved back.
Yeah.
Like I look, again, I'm not going to fault a team for setting out the goal, that a goal that they have at the beginning of the offseason, and that goal was clearly to shore up the trenches, and the Vikings did that. But it's coming at the detriment of other positions that probably needed the talent more.
Ended up going Brashard Smith and Jordan James to wrap out.
I saw AJ Dillon, and I was like, you took AJ Dillon? You're giving me crap about RJ Harvey?
No, man. Heck no. I'm not taking old heads like Austin Eckler and AJ Dillon. Are you kidding me? We're going to have some fun, take some rookies. Mostly because opportunity, right?
Yes.
You can say Elijah Mitchell's still potentially the backup to CMC. Let's see how the training camp goes for Jordan James. Next Bucky Irving, according to everybody on the internet. I don't know.
Why is that? Because he went to Oregon? Is that why?
Yeah, no. Don't no. Did you watch the film? You just don't know ball.
Sorry.
You just don't know ball.
Your YouTube.
You probably thought Bucky Irving was a bust last year.
Your YouTube compilation of highlights that has less than 1,000 views on it doesn't count as film. Sorry about it.
I look just Pat.
Sorry, don't know what overcame.
No, you're okay. Then obviously we talked about Brashard Smith earlier in terms of I like him as a dart throw there. So there you go. Second, 2 BBMs down. We did it in what? An hour and 10 minutes? Dude,
just like that. Bada bing, bada boom.
Shot clocks are goated. No, not necessarily no thoughts on Jarquez. I don't mind Jarquez Hunter there. I'm gonna get more Jarquez mixed in as the offseason goes on. I need some sort of word from Sean McVay as to what the heck is going on with that pick. Because you just took Blake Corum. I know Jarquez adds a little bit more flavor because Kyron and Corum was what I was going for. Kyron and Blake Corum.
Kyron and Williams.
Kyron and Williams. Kyron and Corum. They're kind of replaceable. They can fill in where the same ways as the other one does. So I get Jarquez is a little bit of a new flavor there, but I want to hear a little bit more as to what Sean McVay is hoping for here.
So
I want to hear a little bit more from the beat writers there as to what's going on with that pick. So I don't mind Jarquez. I really don't.
Have you heard enough though for Jordan James?
It's fair. It's a fair counterpoint. I mean, I don't have I'm not going to get passionate about this. It's an 18th round pick.
Dang it, Isaac Guerrero.
No, you can get me all worked up over RJ Harvey. I'm not going to get all worked up over.
Get out
over Jordan James or Jarquez Hunter.
Get out of here. Lan Larison out of UC Davis.
Corey Kiner, anybody?
Oh boy.
Corey Kiner, anybody?
Can I say this real quick? Since the pick right after Jarquez Hunter, the guy that we just talked about, Trevor Etienne going to Carolina.
Confused by that one.
Dog, if everyone was healthy, your running back room would be Chua Hubbard, Jonathan Brooks, Rico Dowell, and now Trevor Etienne.
I didn't, and in the 4th round too. I didn't understand that.
What?
Yeah, I did.
That makes sense.
I did not understand that one. Alrighty, we'll go ahead. We'll recap this team here quick time. We'll let the people get on with the rest of their evening. So Josh Allen, Drake May, Trevor Lawrence, quarterback room. Big regrets not going Josh Palmer there, but that's okay. Because we ended up getting the BTJ and Brenton Strange stack there with Trevor Lawrence. So we're all good on that front. James Cook, RJ Harvey, Tony Pollard, Jordan Mason, Brashard Smith, Jordan James. Not my favorite running back room in the world, but might be good enough to scoot by. Just going to leave my thoughts at that.
Why don't you like the? Why is that running back room not your favorite?
Why? What in what world is RJ Harvey supposed to spark confidence in me? This is the equivalent of round 2 draft capital, smash him RB2 this year, and that's it. We don't want to talk about the other possible. We don't want to talk about David Montgomery in Detroit, who gets the goal line work, who's been phenomenal. I know Ben Johnson ain't there. James Conner. I get it, injuries. But man, that dude's been really good.
I
ain't seen nothing out of RJ Harvey.
I expect to see.
I literally said
tomorrow.
I literally said before we got into you asked me about RJ Harvey, and I said I'd rather wait for his stock to fall. So what did we do? We drove it up. Insider trading is what's happening.
Here's the thing.
Driving it up so we could profit, and when it plummets back down, we capitalize.
No, whoa, hold on. We're just expediting the rise for RJ Harvey, because the further that he goes up, that means the quicker he comes back down. So in reality, we kind of did ourselves a favor. This is one of those, like, we're paying ourselves, like paying ourselves forward a little bit. No. I'm very much glass half full with his RJ Harvey situation.
Yeah, the glass ain't
Your glass is just empty.
Yeah, the glass ain't even half. I don't know what you're talking about. Brian Thomas, AJ Brown, Roman Dunze, George Pickens, Kyle Williams, Jalen Coker, Damari Douglas. Strong at the top. Look, I'm a Kyle Williams guy. You're a Kyle Williams guy. It's going to be fun, but I wish we would have had like one more in there that I would have felt a little bit better about than George Pickens, but
well, you should have scrolled the F down for Tyler Lockett,
Yeah, maybe that's what we should have done. Evan Ingram, Brenton Strange as the tight end room to wrap it out then.
Yet to take a Terrence Ferguson in one of your drafts.
No, I took him in my first schnauzer. Had
Last
Stafford
round?
and Devontae.
Last round?
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to be probably my number 1 18th round pick. I'm gonna have so many dart throws on him, man. If you wanna come play best ball with us more this summer, we named it at the top of the show. Underdog has 6 contests already: marathon, sprint, best ball mania 6, the big dog, the schnauzer, and what was the other one that I missed? Ty. Just one more.
Schnauzer.
Eliminator.
Yeah.
Eliminator.
Well,
lots of different formats to play in terms of in which teams advance. If you like a marathon, more of the long season format, there it is. Eliminator. There it is. Yeah, best ball on call. Such a Panthers pick in terms of Trevor Etienne, excuse me. So many different contests for you to hop in on. So if you want to come draft with us this summer, scan that QR code on your screen. That will take you right to Underdog's app. That'll take you right to the sign up page. You can plug in the code fellas. They'll give you a free pick for their pick'em lobby, and they'll give you deposit bonus up to $1,000 as well. So go ahead, hop in over there with us. We're drafting all summer long. We'll be live all summer long, doing these best ball drafts with you all. We'll get a little bit more into the best ball overlay tool. A lot of you probably saw the different colors coming up on the screens that matched with the teams, right? We'll dive more into the best ball overlay tool as well, but really grateful for what they're doing over there to give best ball players an edge in their competition. So you can scan the QR. Yeah, shout out Pat and Co over there. Code fellas over there will get you $10 off per month for new users. Best ball can also vouch for BBO. Great people over there as well. Definitely people you want to support in terms of their love for the best ball community as well. It's literally a tool for players by players. So go check them out as well. Look, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you do that. Hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell so you know when all of our newest content is up. So you know when we go live. Got a fun little rookie bit coming out tomorrow. Little rookie podcast with Ty and I. Next week we got Dynasty startups, but then I'm coming back live next Wednesday. If you want more best ball content, I'll be live next Wednesday. Good friend PPR Tyler will be joining me next week, so that'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a lot of fun. We go way back. We'll reflect on a few memories. I'll get all of his thoughts on the early Best Ball Mania big board. We'll have some fun. We'll have some laughs. We'll share some memories. So appreciate you all hanging out tonight. Wherever you're at, make sure you're following us. Make sure you sub. Appreciate you all. Love that we get to just have some fun. Scream about RJ Harvey for half that draft and create a few memories along the way. So anyways, appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out tonight. We'll see y'all soon. Deuces.
Deuces.